despite the bullishness that surrounded the Kenyan markets of late, the market just not trending upwards, it seems. What trigger are investors waiting for a catalyst here?
It's just a shift. We are seeing a shift to the financial market from the dominance in the past in the services and commercial sector. This is because we are expecting now, after the financials have announced, we are expecting results to start coming from the services sector as well as the industrial sector. We saw cables announce a loss, unfortunately being the only one to announce a loss this time. Yet. But I think now with the focus shifting, there's a bit of a slowdown, and of course investors are feeling there's a margin of safety now in the financials because they know what those have been doing, and there's a bit of uncertainty in the other sectors, and that shift is what's really giving us a level of flat market, or rather a bit of a slowdown.
Yeah. Well, let's look at East African Cable specifically here. I mean, how are you viewing the company? Because despite the drop in profitability that came through there, the board is confident that with their continued expansion into the region, a focus on costs and efficiency as well, that business will continue to be viable, profitable, vibrant moving forward. How are you viewing East African Cables?
Well, yes, I'm quite confident that it's just a restructuring issue. This loss was very much because of a loss in on the Tanzanian side. They had to write off losses because of delays in payment for their products, and I think that it's just a short-term hiccup. I believe that once they have a foothold on the regional market, then they're going to go back into profitability. We've noticed a big shift by most of the electricity farms in the region to buying from locally manufactured wire, and that is actually a big advantage for East Africa Cables.
Well, talking about electricity firms in the region, let's look at KenGen, because it's been getting some recognition. We've heard that this is a player that's looking to sell a 19% stake of the business to a strategic investor. Has there been any market reaction, considerable market reaction to that news? Because effectively, we are looking at further privatization coming to the fore here.
Well, nothing yet. We must remember that KenGen is still servicing a 12.5 public infrastructure bond, which with the interest rates having gone down significantly over the last 1 year means that they are servicing that at quite a high interest rate. But I think they will definitely get somebody. At the moment, energy is actually in focus. We really need some input in the energy sector, and I believe that bigger investors and most of these funds that are coming, investment funds that are coming into the country, would be interested in investing in KenGen.
Let's look at Mumias, because despite posting an 82.7% increase in pre-tax profits a couple of days ago, the company's net earnings declined 2.3% to 1.6 billion shillings, and that being attributed to a hefty taxation charge in particular, and certainly the markets not reacting to what on the surface would have seemed like positive numbers. We had Mumias falling back 4% by the close of yesterday's session. What are your expectations for trade on that counter today?
Well, I think the issue with Mumias was that they posted a very high increase in profits in the last result that they reported. I think that was the half year or something. It was over 500%. And then to see them, that shows that their business has really been hit in the second half, and therefore investors are trying to figure out why the difference from 500% increase in profits to what they reported yesterday. That's a big difference, and investors are trying to look at what's wrong and what's going on, and that's probably why they've taken a step back, so that they can try and figure out whether it's just a temporary hiccup or it is something that's going to continue.